It's the kid, 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 it's the kid. It's your boy Double H Halfo, trying to live, trying to stay alive. Back in here for this Q&A. Guys, remember, follow your boy on Twitter, follow your boy on Instagram, follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram. To follow me on Instagram, I think my handle is the Half Hope. I think it's called the Half Hope. Just head over to look in the description box below, go into the description box below and click the link that says my Instagram. So click that link and that will take you to my Instagram page. I'll take you to my lovely, amazingly wonderful Instagram page, man. And follow me on Twitter and all that stuff. So guys, some really good questions that we have this week. Some very interesting questions indeed, man. So I cannot wait to get down to it. So I have my meal. So guys, please tell me, what meals are you having? I want to know what everyone's meal is. I want to know what everyone's meal is. So I am having, these are 2 chicken burgers you have here, cooked by myself. And chips with HP sauce. So inside the burger is obviously cheddar cheese, mustard, and it's called Chu Chow chili oil, quality Chu Chow chili oil. And yeah, this is just HP sauce with some chips, man. So we'll be ready to get into that lobster because I need my meal. Because these are some good questions. Really good questions we asked. So without further ado, question number uno. So let me hit this. First question of the day. So guys, what's up? So remember guys, drop your meals. Tell me what meals you're having. Tell me what meals you're having, man. From Offside Trap. Thank you for the question, Offside Trap. He says, who's Bayern Munich's most important player? Is it Kimmich, who sets the tempo of the game, Lewandowski for his goals, Müller for his leadership, or Neuer for his clutch saves? So this is one where you really have to think about this one because this is really down to positions. So most important player. Now, the key thing to note is importance and best are 2 different things. Your best player is not necessarily your most important player. Case in point, Barcelona's best player was Messi, hands down, followed by Iniesta. Barcelona's most important player was Xavi. Argentina 06. The best player then, you could argue, was, people could say maybe it was Tevez. He was playing Milito, but I would say the most important player was Riquelme. For Italy, people say, oh, Del Piero is that. I might say it was Pirlo. Brazil, 98 Brazil, their best player was obviously Ronaldo. The most important player was Dunga. So I think you now know where I'm going. And this might be biased because this is a position that I played it in for football. And I believe that playing this position in football, I feel this is the most important position. Hence why I always wanted to play this position in football, because I feel this is where everything happens and everything hinges on this position. That if this position doesn't work, the team doesn't work. And for me, it is Kimmich. Because of course you need the goal scorer. Of course you need the leader. Of course you need that guy making the clutch saves. The midfield is the heart of the team, because the midfield connects the defense and the midfield connects their attack. That's why I say that. Why I liked being a central midfielder when I played in school is because you have to do everything. You need to know how to pass. You need to know how to shoot. You need to know how to tackle. You need to know how to defend. And you need to have a good football IQ. And you need to think quickly on your feet. So the central midfield is the only position in football where every single skill is required. As an attacker, you don't have to know how to defend. As a defender, you don't need to know how to shoot. But as a central midfielder, you are pretty much required to be able to have all skills in your repertoire. And hence why it is such an important position, because with regards to the attacking, the defending, the passing, and so forth, and maintaining the structure of the team is key. So Joshua Kimmich's role is huge. It is huge, hence why he's such a big name player, because for someone so young, he's already the main central midfield heartbeat of the team. So the guy that sets the tempo of the game creates the platform for Lewandowski to get the goals, creates a platform for Thomas Muller to create those chances to say what's up. And for him, his work ensures that Neuer doesn't have to make a whole abundance of saves. Because yes, there's only so many shots that Neuer can face. But Kimmich's work in protecting the defense and also doing his defensive work helps to restrict the amount of shots that homeboy Neuer has to make. So for me, I have to roll with your boy Joshua Kimmich, man. So that was a great question, man. That was a great question, man. Thank you for that. So the next question. Okay, this is okay. Actually, no. Let's save that. I'm going to save the really quality questions till afterwards. Aha, this is a nice one. Question window. So from EJ, thank you for the question, Mr. EJ. HH, would you have liked Stephen A. Smith to be a football pundit, and do you think football would eventually get someone like him? In my opinion, he's the best pundit in the world, and he says it as it is without being biased, and even doesn't mind losing his relationship with players that are his friends. I know Craig Burley sometimes can be a good pundit, but Stephen A. Smith is more consistent and knows what he's talking about. So let me tell you a little story. Let me just first take my drugs. Don't worry, guys, it's no real shit. It's just my vitamins. But let me tell you a little story about Stephen A. Smith and first take. So, bear with me. I believe this was either before I started the Football Hut or during the very early days of the Football Hut. But no, I think it was even before. I was obsessed with Stephen A. Smith. I listened to all of his episodes on radio. I listened to the early days of First Take when Skip Bayless was there and they had the previous host. I was obsessed with him. And I watched First Take every single day because I was like, my gosh, man, this is amazing. Do you know what I always said? If First Take was a football show, it would be the greatest show. It would be the greatest sports show on the planet. Because I feel that, and that is almost what I wanted to create with the Hangouts, or even with Football Hut, is that the kind of direct, brash, humor-filled, dynamics thing that I see from American sports shows. I wanted it to do that for football. Because obviously for me, I like basketball is probably my second or my third favorite sport. So hence why whenever I'm not doing stuff, boom, I'm on Undisputed, I'm on First Take, and because those are the two main ones that I watch. And for me, the reason why I love Stephen A. Smith is because how can I say this? How can I say this without being too? Maybe you can read between the lines. Stephen A. Smith made a very simple choice. I am going to sacrifice my relationships with players in order to tell the truth, because there are some specific accounts out there that have important relationships with clubs. So because they have important relationships with clubs, they will never fully criticize the club or specifically criticize the players to maintain those lucrative relationships. But for Stephen A. Smith, he's like, that's why he has screwed up. You want to say, why hasn't Stephen A. Smith done an interview with LeBron? Because he has some real words to say with LeBron, and ever since, LeBron has always held that against him, hence why LeBron has never done it to him. He had the same frosty relationship with Durant, but obviously they got past that. So I love Stephen A. Smith because, and what I got from him was a man, I've made a choice that I don't care about having to interview a player. I would love to interview a famous player and so forth, but I am not going to sacrifice telling the truth in order to get an exclusive with the interview with the player. Because I believe what is more important to me, because I care about football so much, is telling the truth to people. Telling the truth to people. Whether people listen or not, I care about football too much to not give a crap about a relationship with the club and just say, no, this is how I feel. I am passionate about this and I'm going to put it out there. And so the thing about Stephen A is, and that is that it's impossible to get a Stephen A for football because but it's changing. It's changing. We do have Stephen A. Smiths, but we just don't have Stephen A. Smiths with the kinds. Because thinking about Stephen A. Smith, we do have Stephen A. Smith in terms of his character. You want to put me there? True Geordie, expressions, several guys out there with a larger than life personality. But the issue is that we don't have the background that Stephen A. Smith has. Because Stephen A. Smith, he may crack jokes and everything. Stephen A. Smith went to journalism school. He's a journalist, and he spent over a decade being a beat journalist, working, I believe, in Philadelphia. So the guy, you can say you can laugh at him and everything, but he marries out his humor and his excitement with he is an extremely good analyst because he's got like over a decade of being a reporter and a journalist. So my thing about this is that it's going to be difficult to have that because I don't know whether any journalists have the same source that Stephen A. Smith has, because I think in European countries there isn't the same flair that you have in America. Italy is close. I think Italy is the closest to having the same flair and swag that they have in America. But I think in America, hence what I told you, look, I grew up watching Hollywood films. I grew up admiring America in terms of the films that they brought us. So for me, like some guys be like, when they hear the American accent, they're like, well, but for me, the American accent just reminds me of the films I had grown up with. So, and what I've always loved about America is just how direct they are. They say it as it is. It is no BS. And I've always appreciated that. Like, this is how I feel. Say it's how you feel. And we just don't, on BT Sports Sky, it's very boring. It's very dry. It's very unseasoned and it's very safe. There's no dynamism. The closest thing there is ESPN FC. But the issue with ESPN FC, they don't have a Shannon Sharp. They don't have a Skip Bayless. They don't have a Stephen A. Smith. They don't have a Bomani Jones. Where these are guys that have the knowledge. They are great at analyzing, but also they've got an amazing character. And I think the beauty about that is I see for Sky or BT is like, okay, well, this is all sure. Like, it's very arrogant, but First Take and Undisputed, they marry entertainment with information. And that is always what I wanted the football hall to be, is that I'm giving you information, but I have to entertain you. You have to leave entertained. That's why I do the skits, I do the funny stuff. So I borrowed a lot of stuff and was inspired hugely by First Take, massively. Because I told you that, because I told myself that if First Take was football, there is no football hot. Guaranteed. If Spain First Take did football, there is no football hot. That would be the show that I'd watch every day. So I just have to just do something else. But I was listening to that, man. Imagine if there is a football equivalent that has these characters, this dynamism, and so forth. It would be the most amazing thing, because the only issue that I have with First Take and Undisputed is that, man, it's not football. I love basketball. And not that big of an NFL fan, so but I do love the NBA, but not like how I love football. So, yeah, man. Steve, it is next to impossible to have a Stephen A. Smith in a Sky Sports or a BT Sports, any other stuff. No, like the powers that be just would not allow it, man. Unfortunately, man. But yeah, man, good question, man. That was a really good question, man. That was a really good question. So let's see, what else do we have? Next question up in there, man. Let me, because I want to say the really good ones to last. There are some really good ones there. There are some really good questions that you guys sent. This was a good week. Okay, let's roll with this one. So let me hit that whole thing. So since it's Romario's birthday, I have a question. I never hear you talk about Romario. Do you not rate him? Also, can you do a how good is he really on him? Of course we will. I told you we're going through all the legends, and of course we will. And I told you about Romario. Romario is my childhood. My very first World Cup was the 94 World Cup. That was my very first World Cup. And the star of that World Cup was Romario. Well, the stars of that World Cup, you could say, was a combination of Romario and Baggio. Those were like the main stars of that World Cup. So Romario was a very he played the game very differently from others, because he's one of those players where, and this is one of the players that you admire, wasn't particularly strong, had no speed, so he solely 100% relied on his intelligence. So when you see him play, he thought a lot about every single thing that he did. There was so much thought that was in every single thing that he did. Perfect example that encapsulates Romario is go and watch his goal against Sweden. Go and watch his goal against Sweden, which was, I think, it was in the semi-final, and just look at that finish, which is insane. Just the quality of that finish and the level of technique and intelligence to execute a finish like that in a semi-final is freaking insane. So for me, Romario was an absolutely outstanding player, and I do feel that he's overlooked. I feel he is overlooked because I think that he doesn't really put himself out there. And I put it this way, he wasn't flashy. I think when people think of Brazilians, they think of, they always hear Pele. You even hear Zico. Of course, you hear Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. Now you're not hearing Neymar, although he doesn't have a World Cup. But you never hear Romario. And I think that's because Romario wasn't as flashy as those. But when you look at what he did, he was an amazing player. So it's almost similar to Iniesta, where Iniesta is not a flashy player. But when you watch the game closely and you look closely at the kind of stuff that he's doing and the kinds of things that he's doing in games, you have to just say, that's freaking insane. So, no. For me, I rate Romario super highly, man. Super highly, man. That guy, Romario was that freaking dude, man. He was that freaking dude. So, next cue. Let's see that next cue. All right, shit. Sorry. Okay. Let's ride with this one. Let's ride with this one, man. Okay. So, from Arpon Das, what is the best Champions League season you have watched? This includes from group stage all the way to the final. Woo! And this was tough. Two came to mind. So I had to go to Wikipedia just to reiterate. So the two that come to mind are quite recent ones. 2017, 2019. And I'm stuck between those two. 2017 was Miracle at Camp Nou. 2017 was that crazy Bayern Munich Real Madrid game. It was also that Bayern Munich Atletico game, specifically the second leg where we thought Atletico were going to come back. Then Benzema did that amazing piece of skill. And I still say we were robbed of probably one of the greatest Champions League final of all time. Because that campaign all the way up to the halftime in the final was money. All the way up to the halftime was money. But then in the second half, Real, Cristiano, and Modric pretty much took over that entire game. And then you look at 2019. 2019, Ajax's run, Liverpool's comeback, Tottenham, Man City, Tottenham's comeback against Ajax in the semi. So, but then what lets down 2019 is it is the worst final of all time. That's the only issue. If that final was money, I would probably go with 2019. But because the final was so trash, I may have to roll with 2017. I may have to rule with 20. I think 2017 was money. 2017 was money because I just think that the kinds of games that happened. Also, 2017 was also 10-2. Arsenal and Bayern Munich, it was also 10-2. So you had Bayern, Arsenal 10-2. You had the very controversial Bayern Real Madrid game. You had the Real Atletico semi-final. You had what like the fact that Juve said what's up to Barcelona but not conceding a single goal. You had freaking Emerson. You had the miracle at Camp Nou, which was a crazy game in and of itself. Because PSG beat them 4-0 in the first leg, then 6-1. That, see, basically, if that final delivered, oh my gosh, there wouldn't even be a conversation. There'd be a conversation because there were so many big moments. There were so many good games. There were so many controversial decisions. There were so many different narratives and so forth. And also, I think what crystallizes it was a season in which Real Madrid defended their title. It was so, and that just rounded it off. So even if the final wasn't what we hoped for, because we were, it was built up as a classic and it was supposed to be a classic. The fact that Real said was, but say, you know what, we've not defended a title. You know what? So I'm gonna have to roll with 2017, man. 2017 was as I said again, like miracle at Camp Nou, man. Like, I mean, I think no, we sort of did that. That is because that is what made it so crazy. Because you had the miracle at Camp Nou, and when that happened, guys said, "Oh, this is it. Barca are going to win it." Barca, okay, they took a bit in 2016. They're going to win it. So it made what Juve did to them in the semi so crazy. Was it in the semi? Was it in the quarterfinal? No, sorry, it was in the quarterfinal because Juve played Monaco. Juve played Monaco in the semi, but also it was where Mbappe said what's up. But I think Mbappe was the youngest player ever to score like in consecutive Champions League knockouts games. So you had the whole Monaco thing. Without him, you had them doing that thing. So there were so many dimensions. Then you had the whole Monaco Dortmund game where Dortmund's boss was attacked. 2017 was the best CL season. That was the best CL season, man, for sure. So what are we doing now, man? So let us say what's next. Okay, that's a weird one. Oh Lord. So let's bring this one in, man. So. Oh, sorry. Mistake. Sorry. This one. See, this thing is so unwieldy, man. All right. Let's ride with this one. From Matt B. Who are your top 3 picks for the next World Cup? For me, Portugal are going to be one of them due to their amazing, talented players that they have and old, experienced players, which means no more excuses for you know who. Anyway, the other two are most likely France and Brazil. Thoughts? Tough one, man. Tough one. Because, see, so where are we now? So we're in 2021. So the World Cup is next December. There's still time. If England sack Southgate and get a good manager, watch out for England. Keep an eye out on Netherlands if they get rid of that brick, De Boer. Are we sleeping on Italy? Are we sleeping on Italy? For me, for sure, Portugal are the most balanced team. For sure, they're the most balanced team because it's a perfect blend of youth and older dudes. Perfect, amazing blend. Ruben Diaz, I think, and I remember Ruben Diaz is young. So Ruben Diaz will be like, what, 24, 25 when the World Cup rolls through. The midfield, my gosh, Bruno, Ruben Neves, William Carvalho, Danilo, and of course in attack you have Cristiano, you have Andre Silva. Of course, you have of the backs you have Guerrero. And no. Tears is important, is it? But there are so many options they have. And I do still feel that Fernando Santos is the right manager. I still feel that he's the right dude, just to get the best balance in the squad. You have to look at France. They have too much. They have too many players. I think France and Portugal, you put them out there. I'm pausing on Brazil. I am pausing on Brazil because I don't have as much faith in Neymar as I do for R9 in 98, or Dino in 02, 06, or Romario in 94. I don't think he is that dude, but is he that dude on that level? You know? Actually, England is dependent on the manager. Italy is a sleeping giant. Italy is a real sleeping giant. Netherlands, they need the right manager. Almost like Koeman stayed with Netherlands, because I think Koeman was doing something with Netherlands, man. Koeman was doing something with the Netherlands. Argentina, Arturo Martinez, Ocampos. There's also Messi. I just don't think that the squad, the team as a whole, has that thing about them. So for me, I'm not sold on Argentina. I think once they face a real team, they'll get beat. You know, and I'm not sure whether Messi. It just depends. I think I don't know how much Messi believes he can lead them, because Argentina hinges on what Messi can do. That's the thing. Like, the team is a decent team and so forth, but Messi has got to elevate them to the next level. Like the Argentina team in '86, they were a decent team. Maduro elevated them to the next level. So, do you have faith that Messi can say, you know what, give me the rock, let me live. Give me the rock, let me live. I don't know whether he can do that. So I think your picks. I think your picks make sense. Portugal and France, their squads are too good. France have the best squad. Portugal, I think, have the most balanced squad. And you see, France have the most options. Portugal, I think, have the most balanced squad. And Brazil is Brazil. I think Brazil is Brazil. And the thing about this is, even if I don't think Neymar is that dude, is the same level as Dino and so forth, if Neymar is fully fit, I don't like excuses. I hate excuses. But he wasn't fully fit. If Neymar is fully fit, fully sharp, Brazil can do something. It is Brazil. You know they can do something. But they need Neymar to. But see, my thing about this is that 94 was Romario, Bebeto. Don't sleep on what Bebeto did in 94. 98, okay, they didn't win it, but it was still Rivaldo, Ronaldo. 02 was Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Dino. You know? Who is the second guy for Brazil? Is it Jesus? Is it Coutinho? It sure as hell ain't Willian. So who is that second guy? Brazil always has to have a second guy. Rivaldo was that second guy. Bebeto was that second guy. So who is the second guy that Brazil have? They have the guy. You need that second guy. I'm not sure they have that second guy. You know? But for me, I said again, there were no excuses for Portugal in the 2018 World Cup. Now, they do have a much deeper, better squad, though, because I think that they didn't have Bruno in 2018. So even more so, no excuses. I don't want to hear about, Portugal. No. Portugal have one of the best squads in the world. And one of the best talents out there. So the players are there now. Obviously, if people get injured and so forth, boom. But if they go in with the squad that they have, my gosh, the amount of Portuguese guys that these guys have to choose from is amazing. So I think those ones, I think Portugal, France, Brazil, if Neymar is fully fit, and don't sleep on Italy. And if England changed managers and they get the right manager, you can't sleep on England. Because England, this is the first time England have amazing attacking talent. But they need to be harnessed in the right way. Southgate is a defensive merchant. Southgate, I don't think, can get the best out of Foden, Grealish, Sancho, Rashford, Sterling. This basically, England have to have an attacking game plan. They can't be defensive merchants because there's so much talent out there for them to really go ahead and really execute, guys, because you've got speed there, you've got intelligence, you've got dribbling, you've got skill, you've got technique. But Southgate is the wrong dude. So if England get the right guy to really get the best out of what I think is because I'll keep it real with you. I have more faith in this England generation than those flops from before, Gerrard, Lampard thingy. Because I believe that a Grealish, a Sancho, a Foden, they have more swagger about them than Lampard, Gerrard, and Becks. Because I say Lampard, Gerrard, Becks, all these guys, you were carried by the foreign guys around you. You were carried by the international guys around you. I think Grealish, Foden, and thingy, under the right tutelage, can say what's up. But I think for me, Portugal, France, Brazil, but something tells me France will get knocked out in the group stage. That whole defend the holders course. Because for me, I said France are not going to win that next World Cup. They're not going to win that next World Cup, man. So, yeah, man. Thank you for that question, bro. All right. Let's hit this one. What else? Okay, what do we have? We're almost there, man. No, guys, these are some great questions. These were some great questions that you all sent, man. All right. No, we've done that. Okay, let's see. No, we've done that. Aha, beautiful. Let's bring this in. This is a nice one. This is a real good one, man. So let me hit my tag. From Kendall Castella. Question for Friday. Do you think it is harder for South American teams to win the World Cup, considering how strong the major European nations are right now, i.e. Portugal, France, Belgium, all having golden generations, and Germany, Netherlands, and England being just a manager away from reaching the level? It's going to be very hard for a non-European side to win a World Cup. Extremely difficult. And it's something that I mentioned on the Africa World Cup video that I did. Very hard. How good is this Brazil team? Brazil's current crop of talent. How good is it? Name me the Brazilian attackers right now. How many of them are world class? How many of the Brazil's attackers are amongst the top 5, top 10 best players in the world? So apart from Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, Firmino, Coutinho, that dude Everton, Richarlison. How many of these guys are amongst the best 10 players in the world? So, and as for Argentina, there's no Tevez, there's no Batistuta, there's no Caniggia, there's no Milito. Di Maria he's a lot older now. Higuain, dude is finished. So that's to one side. Africa is pretty much Africa. Europe is basically called Europe like Eurafrica. It's Eurafrica because it's a combination of Europe and Africa. Because you look at specifically France, Belgium, even England, there are guys who could play for an African side, but they've opted to play for their European counterparts. So the European teams are in such a strong position in terms of the talent pool they have, the kinds of players that they can reach out for. and the kind of players that they can access is far greater. Now, my thing about it is that an amazing team is an amazing team, and if Brazil had two more quality players, I think they're definitely one of the strongest. If Argentina had two, if you gave this Argentina team peak Riquelme, peak Mascherano, peak Tevez, and the younger Di Maria, oh my gosh, they're one of the strongest teams. They're one of the strongest teams. But for where we are right now, man, it's going to be very hard for a South American side. Very, very difficult indeed. Although it's going to be hot in Qatar, so that may suit the South Americans. But I just think that it's still down to personnel and down to the individual talents that you have. And see, for me specifically, when we now go to the quarterfinals and the semi-final, and the games become very tight, it now relies upon tactics and individuals. What kinds of individuals can make a difference when the games are really tight? Nothing's getting. The reason why I love the World Cup so much, because in the World Cup, it's chess. It's full-on chess. The games are freaking tight. Everybody's scared to make a freaking mistake because there's so much riding on this. There's so much on the freaking table. That's why it's called dot. It's called dot. So, but the European teams, is you've got your European talents and you've got your African talents. People from Africa who've now come over to Europe. So the amount of guys you can pull from is vast. So I can't put money on a South American side winning it, and until you have that generational talent that combines itself with the team, then boom. Argentina, that was their World Cup. As much as Germany won it and Germany deserved it, 2014, that was Argentina's World Cup. Because that game was calling for Messi, that Messi just do something. We just need somebody to do a piece of magic. It's tight, there's nothing. Messi just do something out of nothing. Take the ball, give us 2-3 guys, put that ball in the bottom corner. Because that is what South American teams have that Europeans have. See, for European teams, it's about team. It's all about team. For South Americans, it's about the hero. Argentina, it was about your boy Maradona. For Brazil, take your pick. Pele, Garrincha, Romario, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. It's about the hero. The hero is the superstar. South Americans are about a superstar or superstars. Europe is taking you down as a team. Like Germany, that's team. Spain, that's team. France, that was team. Like 02 Brazil, that was Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Dino. 94, that was Bebeto and Romario. 58 Pele, maybe was Garrincha there, but and in 62 you obviously had Garrincha. 1970 was the only time where that is the greatest team of all time. The Brazil 1970 team, that is the greatest team of all time. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for a South American side to say what's up. Like for me, my money is on a European team to win it. So whether it's Portugal, France, Zad, Germany, I don't know. England, if they have the manager, I think, as you say, yeah. If Germany, Netherlands, England change their manager, they are then certainly very strong. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for a South American side, man. All right, that was a great question, man. Great question, man. So, all right, I think we are on our final one right now. Actually, let me try and hit this, man. Yeah, this is a weird one, but I want to see whether I can answer this, man. So this was from Brian K002, who says, HH, do you think in the future central defensive midfielders will be centre backs and central and attacking midfielders will only exist? Do you think wingers will be wing backs and inside forwards will only exist? So do you think future center? For me, I don't think so. I think you will always have central defensive midfield. I think the DM will always be there. Now, it may evolve, but I don't see the DM becoming centre backs because the role of a DM and the kind of player you are as a DM, you're a player and you're a bowler. As a DM, yeah, you tackle and defend, but you're not a defender. You have to appreciate the discipline of the centre back and the specific attributes that the centre back has that the CDM does not have or does not need to have. You know, so you say on central and attacking midfield will exist. Oh no. You know, I think a version of the CDM will still always exist. Do you think wingers will be wing backs and inside forwards will exist? Fluidity. This is the thing here. You know, 4-4-2 is coming back. In a weird way, you're slowly seeing 4-4-2 creep its way back. We're slowly seeing 3-5-2 mimic its way back. You know, so football evolves, football tactics evolves, but certain overarching philosophies always remain the same in terms of the general idea of how you want to attack, the general idea of how you want to defend. Like, what's it called? Tiki-taka. That was born in the 70s with the Dutch dudes, you know. So that's the thing. Like, obviously, a clear big evolution is inside force, which I don't think footballer has really had before, you know. But inside forwards are still wingers, but wingers who are like attackers, but they're still wingers, you know. But just like you're not requiring the winger to do different things, but they're still wingers. Just like how you have centre backs right now where they're still defenders, but you're requiring them to do different things to be on the ball. Keepers are still keepers, but you're requiring them to do more stuff on the ball. So I think that these CDM, centre backs, wing backs, all these guys, they'll still remain the same for sure. They'll still remain the same. So, and now, this is the big one now. So this was from Undisputed, and this is why I had to start a bit late, because this took me a while to actually get this done. So it's a big one. So let me, so this was from Undisputed, and I had to write this down. And I had to think about this, hence why, as you can see here, I wrote it down. So in these 5 countries if these 5 countries rolled out their starting 11 with each player in their prime, how would you rank them from best to worst? So let me read this out for you in case of, maybe you guys can see, but I'll read this out in case you guys can see. So England's team: Seaman, Neville, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Ashley Cole, Gerrard, Carrick, Scholes, Lampard, Rooney, Owen. For Italy: Buffon, Zambrotta, Nesta, Cannavaro, Maldini, Marchisio, Pirlo, Marco, Baggio, Vieri, Del Piero. For Netherlands, I think on this picture you actually missed out. You actually forgot to put a keeper, but I put one for you. Van der Sar, Koeman, Van Dijk, Stam, Van Bronckhorst, Seedorf, Davids, Sneijder, Robben, Van Basten, Cruyff. Argentina: Filloy, I'm not sure who Filloy is, Zabaleta, Walter Samuel, Mascherano, Zanetti, Veron, Cambiaso, your boy Riquelme, Maradona, Messi, Batistuta. And Brazil: Alisson, Cafu, Thiago Silva, Lucio, Roberto Carlos, Casemiro, Fernandinho, Rivaldo, Neymar, Dino, and R9. So that's what we had there, and guys, it was tough. So it's maybe, hopefully, you guys can see that. So maybe you can also do yours as well. This was tough. This was tough. But I tried to do my best here. So, in 5 countries, how would you rank them from best to worst? So my first one was this. Guys, this was tough. Very hard. But I tried to look at the team in its entirety. The defense, the midfield, and attack. Number 1, I went with Brazil. I think that is a pretty watertight defense because you have Alisson, who is a damn good keeper, one of the best keepers in the world right now. A defense partnership of Thiago Silva and Lucio. Remember, these guys at their peak. Peak Lucio, peak Thiago Silva is insane. Cafu, Roberto Carlos, enough said. Casemiro, Fernandinho, functional midfield, not flash, not thingy. Casemiro, Fernandinho. That attack is stupid. Rivaldo, Neymar, Dino, R9. So the fact that the defense and midfield will do what they can to keep Brazil in the game, but the moment they get that ball to that homicidal attack, if the moment they get that ball to that homicidal attack, it's game over. So for me, Brazil, they win one. The second was tough. But when I looked at closely, I was like, yeah, I went with Italy. Pick Buffon, one of the best keepers of all time. So enough said there. That defense is stupid. Zambrotta was like, Maldini, Cannavaro, Nesta. Are you kidding me, bro? In the words of Montaha, are you kidding me, bro? That defense is sickening. Look at that midfield. Marchisio, Pirlo, Verratti. Marchisio, Pirlo, Marco. That's insane. But an argument can be said. You know what? I'm thinking of this right now. An argument can be said that Italy is one. You see, Brazil is, in terms of just balance from defense, midfield, attack, I think Italy is number one. Because pick Buffon is better than pick Alisson. Pick Nesta, pick Cannavaro, pick Maldini, destroy that defense that Brazil have. Pick Pirlo, Marco defeats Brazil's midfield. And look, that Brazil attack destroys anything, but that Italy attack is high. But if you want to just say, I think Italy might be one. I think, you know what? I think I might have to put Italy 1, Brazil 2. Yes, I've got to change now. Italy 1, Brazil 2. So for 3, I went with Argentina. The defense, it's high. Samuel Mascherano, pretty good midfield. Cambiaso, Riquelme. Obviously, that defense, you've got Zanetti up in there. But that midfield, you've got Veron, Cambiaso, Riquelme. And absolutely, that attack is stupid. Like, that is the second best attack. Maradona, Messi, Batistuta. 4, you see, undisputed, how dare you not put Bergkamp and Kluivert? For me, I'm getting Cruyff the heck out of there and replacing him with Bergkamp. I'm putting Dennis Bergkamp instead of Cruyff. I'm tempted to put Kluivert instead of Van Basten, but it is Van Basten, so all right, I'll put Van Basten there. So 4, I went with the Netherlands. And 5, England. And you didn't put Joe Cole for England. You see, the thing about England is this. This is the only team where we pretty much saw that team. See, every other team, like if you look at Italy, Baggio never played with Buffon. Baggio, Del Piero never played with Verratti. Pirlo and Baggio never played together. You look at Netherlands. Van Basten and Sneijder never played together. Koeman and Seedorf never played together. Look at Argentina. What's it called? Maradona and Messi never played together. Messi and Batistuta never played together. Look at Brazil. Neymar and Cafu never played together. Casemiro and Arna never played together. But for England, this was pretty much the 06 team and the 2010 team. Pretty much, And we saw what they did. So it's like we saw what they did. It was pretty much the team, and these guys didn't really say what's up. So that was my theme from Undisputed Man. But no, that was a good cue, man. That was a good cue, man. So what did you guys pick, man? Let me now look at the live chats now, man. What did you guys pick? Wilson, stop. Leave Marco alone. Marco, okay? Marco, man. So let me see what some of you guys are saying. So from Los Colchoneros, Pedro Neto of Wolves is tier 2. I don't care. Dude is 20. Neto, I think I'm gonna put Neto. I'm probably gonna ride with Neto as I'm I'm probably going to say Neto is upper tier 3. To be safe, upper tier 3. I'm going to put him to be safe. To be safe, upper tier 3. Be safe, upper tier 3. So, which teams did you guys pick, man? Guys, put some respect on Marco's name. Put some respect on Marco's name. I don't care what anyone says. I'm saying this right now. Johan Cruyff isn't better than Dennis Bergkamp. I don't care what anyone says. Okay? Johan Cruyff is not sniffing Dennis Bergkamp. Okay? I said it. Okay. Sure. He's not. He's not. So you said undisputed. Look, this is undisputed. Look at that Italy team again. Remove the bias. Remember, team. See, Brazil would win because their attack is too good. But as a team from front to back, Italy is number one. Italy is number one. Okay, Italy is number one. So guys, send in your cues, man. Send in your cues, man. Send in those cues, man. Send in those cues, guys. The fuck? Send in those cues. Well, my favorite World Cup. It's between 94 and 2014 was very good, bro. 2014 was a damn good World Cup. I think it's between 94 and it's between 94 and 2014. But because see, 2010 was trash. 2018 was decent. 2018 was alright. Was decent. Yeah, 2018 was decent. It wasn't great. It was pretty good. 2014 was damn good. 2014 was damn good. 2010 wasn't great, man. 2010 wasn't that great. 06 was very good. 06 was very good. 02 was just weird. 02 was just very weird. 02 was just really, really weird. And what's it called? 98 was it was 98 was pretty good. 94 was money. For me, my if you say favorites, I think has been 94. 94 has been 94, bro. But also was wild, man. For the agendas, football hub member, man. What up, baby? Football hub member, throwing that dub, man. Member, throwing that dub. Thoughts on Mustafi to Liverpool? Deal is near. Wait a minute. Is this the same Mustafi that as in Mustafi, as in the Mustafi? Well, which Mustafi are you referring to here? Let me know. Wait, which Mustafi is this? Oh, the Mustafi. Oh my god. Like, why would he? Now that, but maybe Klopp sees something in him that others can. Maybe Klopp says, "No, I know how to make him look good." So he may be a brick for, he may be a brick for Arsenal, but maybe Klopp can make him a stud for Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Would Hazard win Ballon d'Or in 2018 if he won the World Cup? Yeah. He would have. Because he won it. He's rich. And the World Cup is always heavily favored. It's always heavily favored. The World Cup is always heavily favored. You know? But remember, Modric also had the Champions League. So that was key. So yes, he balled in the World Cup. But I think it was the World Cup and the Champions League. So it was the double whammy that made him money. In my opinion. Oh, so you guys can hear me cheering. Best five central midfielders of the 2010s. Cruz got to be their boy. Best five central midfielders of the 2010s. The 2010s, so obviously 2010 to 2020. Well, you have to say Xavi, obviously. Marco. Wait a minute. Pirlo. Yes, Pirlo. Schweinsteiger. And then maybe you can then roll into Toni Kroos. Then you can make it Toni Kroos. So those are the five out there. And yes, your boy Marco is in there, man. From your boy thinking, if we get past Atletico, I think him meaning Chelsea, do you think we are contenders to win the CL? Say this right now, bro. I'm not even entertaining that. Atletico are a freaking beast. These guys are tough as freaking nails. They are tough as freaking nails, bro. So I am terrified of what these guys can do. Fully 100% terrified of what these guys can do. If Chelsea beats Atletico, I think I'm not saying no. Chelsea won't be contenders, but it would be a huge statement. It would be a huge statement because I think Atletico might be one of the favorites. Because Atletico right now I think Atletico along with Man City, I think are the two best teams in Europe. The two best teams in Europe. Chelsea have an almost impossible task. And I'm walking my magic. But I told you I want the CL. I want the CL. I need the CL. I want that trophy every single year. I want that freaking trophy. Hence why I don't know how I'm gonna live with myself if Chelsea don't get top four. They don't win the Champions League. I hate the Europa League. I hate that competition because the Europa League is basically like, sorry, you didn't make the CL. You're absolute loser. That's not what the Europa is. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as of right now, Chelsea are underdogs, man, because Atletico are freaking huge. See you we have here, man. Big man, Jonas, man, Horseman member, man. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, my son. Thank you, my son. Thoughts on Arsenal v United? Thoughts on Arsenal versus Manchester United tomorrow and score prediction. Personally, I see a draw at the Emirates. How badly were United burnt by that loss to Sheffield United? Arsenal are in form. If you take the United loss away, United are in form as well. A draw makes sense. See, this is the weird thing. This is the kind of game. See, United are the kind of team that can lose to Sheffield United and beat Arsenal away. That's the kind of team that United has. So I can see United actually winning this game, even if they shouldn't, because Arsenal are on form, they're playing well. You can see United just somehow getting a win. But I think a draw makes sense. I think like 2-2. 2-2. I think they're going to be goals. The chance is going to be pretty exciting. I see 2-2. I see 2-2. But Arsenal could do something, man. And bro, if Arsenal win that game, and Chelsea don't say what's up to Burnley on Sunday, no comments. No comments. From David Hill, all-time African 11 HH full vid. You missed out. I already did it. Check the. I think I did it. I think I did it last week. Yeah, I think I did it on last week's Q&A. I definitely did it 100%. All-time African Q&A. So it's all-time African 11. So I did that last week, I believe. HH, who are some players you can't wait to retire, and who are some you don't want to retire, based on how you enjoy football, disregarding out-of-the opinion? I can't wait for Cristiano to retire, because I'm like thingy. And that might be it, because I just think like the whole fanboy, and it's nothing personal, just that he's just not my kind of a player. Who I don't want to retire, Robin. Robin is the main guy I don't want to retire, and I'll tell you this though. The fanboyishness is crazy. When Messi retires, people are gonna really begin to appreciate. They appreciate right now, and this is what I said. When Messi retires, people are gonna say, do you know there was a dude who, for a decade, was goal scoring, getting assists, dribbling, scored 92 goals a year, was chipping players, was a number 10, a playmaker, a striker, an inside forward. Like, when you're in the moment, you're cool, but when all is said and done, people are like, do you know what this guy did for a decade? Pretty much every single week. Like, I would say that Messi is the most consistent, high-quality football player that there's ever been. In terms of playing at a high-quality level, over 90 minutes. I mean, there's never been anyone like Messi, and I don't think there ever will. They're going to be players who do crazy things in their own right. I don't think in a lifetime we'll ever see a player for over a decade playing at such a high level. We're not going to see that, And so, but from a personal view, oh my gosh, like I said, like I don't want Robin to retire. I still think Robin should be picked for the Euros. That's how crazy I am. Because Robin can still hang. Robin, pull Robin in that Dutch team, they can do something in those Euros. Facts. They can do something in those Euros. I will always believe in Robin. I will always believe in Robin. Why do people think Mounts is better than Kovacic? Are they blind? No, it's not that they're blind. They have an agenda. And what you find is that there are football fans who support the club, and they're just club fans who solely support the club. So those club cultists are Mounts, academy player, English. He's amazing. Anything he does is amazing. Oh, look at that pass. Oh, look at that thing. And everything is accentuated. Anyone with half a brain and half an eyeball will know that, of course, Kovacic is the better player. Of course he is. But agendas are agendas, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Oh my god. The heck? Wait. Oh my god. Why? Nothing to say, bro. Yeah, I mean, coach. Look, man, it is what it is, man. No, Mount is a good player, and I think Mount helps to give Chelsea an extra dimension. He's got great energy. He works super hard, and I think he's always very direct and sort of. So he's a very useful player for Chelsea, but Chelsea can't rely on him or hinder him. But he's a very great addition to Chelsea's squad. He's a great squad player. Um, all right, what are you guys saying, man? Go on, send in those cues, man. Send in those cues. Best World Cup final you watched? It's a good question. Good question. Best World Cup final you watched? I'm just going through them. So 94, 98, heck no, 98 was a nightmare. 02 was more about my personal redemption. 06, 2010, 2014, 2018 definitely not. I'm gonna say two for different reasons. 94 and 2014, and it happened to be my two favorite World Cups. 94 because the World Cup was so crazy, so entertaining that it was apt that the final was like that. 120 minutes, about 3 chances. It felt like the fitting conclusion to all the craziness that happened throughout the World Cup. And obviously, one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history was Baggio, who was one of the best players of the World Cup, hitting the ball over the bar. Maldini should have been sent off in the game against Nigeria. 2014 was a very good game. That was a really good game. Even if it was 0-0 for a large part, it was in terms of a final, it was a quality football match. It was a real quality football match, man. It said 06 was breathtaking if you loved Zidane. If Zidane stays on the pitch, France are winning that. And we're having a very different conversation, man. A very different conversation. So Law says, do you get depressed and avoid social media every time Chelsea loses a big game which you were hyped for, or do you have to firm it since it's part of your job? Bro, I told you, see, now in my older age, I've become a bit more responsible because I've seen, oh, wait a minute, maybe I can actually make a living from this. Like I told you, when I started YouTube, I did it because I just wanted an outlet to talk. But I was like, I need to go out and get a job, do all that kind of stuff. So I told you, after the Juventus Real Madrid thing, I didn't do a post-match review. Guys, I was so angry. I was so pissed off. I didn't do it. Italy against Spain. I so wanted Balotelli to win it. After that, I didn't do a post-match review. So I literally avoided post-match reviews and avoided social media if a player I wanted, a team I wanted, didn't win. So that is because because for me, I told you like I'm not about let's go and get this kind of views and everything. Because back then I was like, no, I'm angry, I'm pissed off. I'm not in the mood to record anything like that. So let me just write this out, go through, spend a few days off social media, off doing videos, and I'll then get back to it. But these times right now, I think as I'm older and so forth, you do have to suck it up. But I'll tell this right now. If Cristiano wins that World Cup, I'm not doing a post. So this is just in advance. So hopefully, touch with if I'm still here. If Cristiano wins the World Cup, you ain't getting a post-match analysis. And that's because remember, I've tried to quit the football hut several times. That's when I quit. That is when I retire. But you're definitely not getting a post-match analysis for that. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Oh Jesus, that's now. This is tough to think. If you take one player from all 19 teams in the Prem, who would they be? Shit. Okay, let's try this. Let me try it out. Premier League table. All right. So, Sheffield United, McGoldrick, maybe West Brom. Not too sure who will take from West Brom. See, a lot of these guys I wouldn't take. No one from West Brom. Fulham, I'll bring back Loftus-Cheek. Brighton, no one. Newcastle, Saint Maxime. Burnley, nobody. Palace, Zaha. Wolves, I like the look of Neto. Leeds, Rodrigo, even if he's been a bit dodgy, but still say Rodrigo. Southampton, Nathan Redmond. Villa, Grealish. Arsenal, Saka with the Chelsea. Everton, James Rodriguez. Tottenham, Undombele. West Ham. They still have that dude, that Brazilian dude who came from Lazio. I've forgotten his name. Who that dude is. Liverpool, Van Dijk. Leicester City. Ndidi. United, Labille. Man City. Diaz. Ruben Diaz, good dependable defender, Diaz. So those are the guys that I would take. Diaz. Diaz. Yeah, thank you, Felipe Anderson. That's he dude. Also, he left for Porto. Oh, he's at Porto. Oh, okay, all right. That's my thingy, but yeah, like I ain't taking anyone from. I mean, no offense to Burnley. Or no offense to West Brom. Even Sheffield United, I mean, come on, man. William from Arsenal, you must be sick, man. Hey, Splash, you know me and you've been watching me for long enough. Do you really think, I mean, I don't think you guys know how petty I am. Do you really believe I would do a post-match analysis after Cristiano won the World Cup? It's not happening. Hell no. You couldn't pay me enough to do a post-match. No, man. You wouldn't. You couldn't pay me enough. No way in hell. Oh yeah, like one of those French dudes, man. Mo, Mo, that's a great question. That's an amazing question, and a question so good. I will get back to you on that with an answer, man. So that's my thing. What is your favorite player outside of the Premier League? Gosh, I told you. Maybe you're new here. I'm not an EPL merchant, bro. I try and watch as much football outside of the EPL as I can. So favorite player outside of the Premier League. Favorite player right now outside of the Premier League. Let me think on this right now. Germany, France. Might be the Us. Either the Us or he's not my favorite, but I like the look of Ricky Puig. I like the look of not the best part, but like a special mention for Ricky Puig. I like the look of him. I like the kind of vibes I get from him. I like the kind of vibes I get from Ricky Puig. Am I blanking? You see, I mean, as of right, just based on performance right now, the way that they're performing right now, I'm a fan of Joshua Kimmich. I'm a fan of Joshua. I think he's a very nice, well-rounded player. So probably that's dude, man. But you see, it's based on how they are performing because it used to be Sancho for a long time, but he's going to be off the boil, man. No, it's based on how they've been performing. Zad has not been. Oh, my love for Zad, but it's just based on performance right now. What the heck? Which World Cup did you expect to be the best ever, but it disappointed you? I had high hopes for 2010. Set in Africa, believed that maybe it being on African soil, they could do. Hang on. Wait a minute. Did that dude miss an open goal on African soil, playing for an African team? Or am I tripping? Wait, did that dude miss an open goal? You know who? On African soil for an African team? That's what I want to know. Or am I getting my World Cups confused? Oh my lord! So, because I think it was 2010. I think it was 2010 when you know who missed that open goal. Oh my lord. Yeah, it was him. But yeah, I think 2010 disappointed me because for me, I felt that it should have been one of the best World Cups because look, it's Africa. It's like the first one in Africa. I love the vuvuzelas. I love just the kind of vibe and atmosphere and the stuff that was out there. But Gian decided to. You see, if Gian scored that penalty and he got Ghana into those semis, then maybe something, man. Maybe something. Who will win the UCL this season? Well, Wesley, man, that's what we're going to be talking about every Sunday, man. Because every Sunday, it's going to be called UCL Sunday, the CL Sunday, CL Sunday. Well, we're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss every Sunday, bro. Every Sunday, we're going to be discussing. I'm going to be building up to those CL games. Those CL games, we're going to be building up like a really. Best thing about 2010 World Cup because I saw your boy Mo say Shakira. Not that song was trash. The song by the other dude. Whenever No. How did that song go again? Dun, 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 oh, do, do, do. And whatever happened to that guy? That was a good song, man. That was a good song. On his period, thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Funny thing, I think when Pep lost to Leon, I think we had over 1,000 people on the stream. So basically there was like the viewership was 1,000. Now I said I'm not going to do the post match. If either based on how much because there are people waiting, for me for this to happen. So if either of them win, I guarantee you, after a minute, we're getting at least 20,000. Because I'm done. On this being said, this is all I could hold. Because this is all I could hold against CL's records. The only thing I could hold for my goats is the World Cup. So if either of these punks win this, because there are people waiting, because there are people that's like, this effing bastard. I get it to my teams all the day. The guys are like, you stupid bastard. Because every single time that Messi or Cristiano do something, I just say, how many World Cups do these guys have? And it drives people insane. Absolutely insane. They're like, this Nigerian Kalinki. So if this happens, bro, like, that hangout will be insane. That hangout will be insane. Then I say, yo, StreamYard. I think the guy that owns StreamYard is like, this guy called Guy, say, Guy, I need like 50 or 100 of this to this stream, because this thing is going to be a purple craze. But YouTube would crash. Basically, I wouldn't be able to do a stream. YouTube would crash. It wouldn't be able to handle the traffic. Guaranteed. There is no way, because the amount of people that will jump on and log on to YouTube at the same time and the amount of activity, it would crash YouTube. Fact. So basically, I wouldn't be able to do a stream. My stream would just crash. So yeah, like, wait, what do you think about if that happens? Like, what's it called? I told you, like, then I've got to now try and do like more of a vocation, which is like become like a masseuse, because I'm training to become like a masseuse or a music producer. So yeah, I have to go knee deep into music production. Try and get money that's music producer, all that stuff, man. But yeah, like I'd be done 100%. Egg boy hero. What? Excuse me? Who? What are you on about, bro? Listen, Kaka is a horseman. Remember, he showed up in the CL and won a World Cup before. No, he didn't. No, you can't do that. Because Ronaldo has only won one World Cup, which is 2002. Kaka never played a single game in 2002. Okay? So he definitely wasn't there in 98. He didn't play a single game in 2002, so Kaka doesn't have a freaking World Cup, bro. He may have been part of the squad. He never played a freaking single game. So he doesn't have a World Cup. So let's just get that straight. Okay, yeah, cool. CL. So how Kaka a horseman? Do you know who the horsemen are? Are you sick? The heck? The heck out of here, bro. Kaka a horseman. The absolute cheek. The absolute cheek. Do you know? Let me just pull this up, man. The heck? This guy just insulting the horseman. Maybe you don't know who the horseman are. Let me pull this up, man. Yo, bro. Kaka a horseman. The absolute, the disrespect. The disrespect. Where's this thing, man? Hall of Fame. These are the horsemen. Can you see? Oh, sorry. Can you see this? These are the horsemen. Okay? You know who he is. You know who he is. You know who he is. Oh, my guy. I love you so much. You know who he is. You know who he is. Horsemen. And you want to put Kaka in that category? You want to put Kaka in the same sentence as those horsemen? Are you sick? Kaka. Nonsense. Fortune Jiberi, what up, baby? What up, baby? What up, baby? Hi, HH. It's your boy. Honest view, where does Bruno rank in his position, and can you see him getting better than he is right now? Because in my opinion, he's easily top three. Top three what? You have to be very clear. Top three what? See, Bruno is effective. Should be effective. But I am putting him as one of the top best players of all time. If that's what you want. And he's one of the most effective players in the Premier League. He's not one of the best. He doesn't pass the eye test. I'm sorry. He gets a 43% on the eye test. So Bruno just needs to sort of clean up his game, get better ball mechanics, have better control of the ball, because I think his football is still a bit jagged. It still feels a bit loose. Seeing him can have like better control of the ball and so forth, make his game look a bit more refined. And you combine that with his output in terms of goals and assists, and also what he can do from free. Okay, he can definitely be money. But when I look at a Bruno and I look at games with a Bruno, I'm like, I can't put him out and say this is one of the best players in the Premier League, because as a footballer, it's kind of just be about your numbers and your output. It's also about how you play the game and how you perform. But what I will do say that, and I'll keep it real, he's very effective. He's very effective. So you can say that's almost similar to Hampton. He's super effective, man. Bro, I just watched it today. Midnight Cowboy. It's getting taken off Netflix this Sunday. That's happening. And guys, I might do a watch, because me and my friend from Miami, we're just talking movies and stuff, and I might do Spirited. I might do like a cinema watch where everyone is invited for Spirited Away, quality films. I might do. So if you want to join us to watch Spirited Away, you can join us and watch Spirited Away. Or if you want a very dark, trippy, crazy film on Netflix, Midnight Cowboy. You know, excuse me. Could the front trio of Benzema, Zad, Asensio lead Real Madrid to a UCL? The key word there is Zad. That's a key word. Asensio has not been the same since he got injured. That injury has taken a lot of zip away from Asensio. So I don't know whether he can rediscover that. But still, Asensio, how he is, Benzema is tier one of the best players in Europe, one of the best players in the world right now based on form. If you can give me Zad, that front three can do something. If you can give me Zad, if Real can give me Zad, Real Madrid can do something. He can do something. Like Hazard just has not. We've hardly seen Zad. If we can see Zad, oh my gosh, Real can do something for sure. That's why I cannot wait. God, thank God for football. Thank God for, guys, I've suffered too much. I've suffered. Wait, see. I've suffered too much for football. Suffered way too much. So, because there's Real Atalanta, man. Woo! Real Atalanta. That game. There's so many games. Guys, Real Atalanta. Wait, when are they playing? When are they playing? Real Madrid. When is the game? I need the CL so much, man. Seriously, I need that CL so much. No, I want the fixture, man. 24th. Oh, fuck. Wow, that's ages away. That's up to like the end of February. Shit. And then the second leg is on the 16th of March. Wow. They're so spread apart, man. Shit. So we still have a long time to wait, man. Latin, man. You're a hater. No, Cafu is not a horseman. I'm sorry to announce he's not a horseman. Quality player, but no a horseman. Sorry to disappoint. Big game. Big game. No, either way, man. Biggest World Cup of rise in history. So they made it to the quarters, didn't they? Because they lost to Holland. Biggest surprise. It's obvious. South Korea. South Korea. Just was dodgy. Very dodgy. But it is easily South Korea. They are the biggest surprise package. Yes, the referees definitely did some dirty stuff. It is what it is, but guys, they made it to the World Cup semi. But Costa Rica was crazy, though. Because remember, in their group was Uruguay, Italy, and England. And they came through top of the group. And I think they then beat... Did they beat Ivory Coast? They beat someone in the second round. I think they then lost to Holland in the quarters. So, no, but South Korea is the biggest shock. By far. That's the biggest shock by far. Well, wait. DM me on Twitter, man. And I'll give you all those tips, man. I'm trying to keep this football. DM me on Twitter and I will give you all those tips. All those things that you want. All those things that you need. So, DM your boy on Twitter. From your boy Fortune Ochebiri says, top 3 midfielders in Europe. I meant HH. Also, grades. Okay, or gets Green Arrow on more hangers. I love listening to him. Very smart for an 11-year-old, bro. No. The invite to Green Arrow is definitely open. Now, my thing though is that does his parents have permission for him to come through? Because I don't want to like break any kind of child law and so forth. So I'm a bit sketchy of allowing an 11-year-old. Because the thing about the hangers that things can get pretty profane. And, you know, whenever they say on YouTube, like, you say, is this for kids? Is this not for kids? I always take not for kids. So it is not Hangouts is not a very kid-friendly. I try and keep the profanity down, but sometimes it can't be avoided by some of the guys in it. So I'm a bit wary of allowing, who is pretty much a minor on a hangout like that. So yeah, actually, on that point, yeah, I think that would be irresponsible of me. Top 3. Is Bruno top 3 midfielders in Europe? What about Toni Kroos? What about Marco? What about De Bruyne? Although De Bruyne is injured. But based on output, he is. Because I'm looking based on performance and the eye test, but based on output, yeah, he is. and how much you contribute to your team, all right, I'm gonna give that to Bruno because look, it's about can he be effective and can he say what's up? And he said what's up based on helping his freaking team. So, no, Spirit Away, we'll probably do. I told you, follow me on Twitter. I will tweet out if it is happening tonight. I will tweet it out. Tweet out the invite, and then you can then come in and join in the watch. So it might be sometime after this, man. So, you know, bro, we can't sleep on this dude, man. Gundogan has been, guys. City, man. City have been on something. Guys, it's the same old thing again, man. Give me the CL. Every single season, I told you, man. Champions League. I'm about the big boy trophy. Dodd. Okay, Sheffield United is not Dodd. West Brom is not Dodd. The CL. Mönchengladbach are waiting. Wait, didn't these guys draw or didn't these guys beat Bayern Munich, Mönchengladbach? Mönchengladbach are waiting. City look good. Borussia Mönchengladbach are waiting. And I swear to you, if you dare lose to Borussia Mönchengladbach, if you dare, because I don't care about that what you do in the Premier League, bruh. That's cool. But you've done that. You've never won a seal without your boy Lionel. And every year you don't do it, we give you a stream. We give you a stream with a meal. I told you, Pep, the meals are waiting. Look at that. The meals are waiting. Every time you don't say what's up, I respond and say, yo, what, baby? I'm gonna live, bruh. Yeah, it's wild. Okay, what's been on GameStop, Robin Hood fiasco in the USA? I've been trying to figure out what this whole thing is about, and I think from what I have gathered, it's pretty much regular, showing how corrupt Wall Street is and how regular people can corrupt stuff. So I think people on Reddit began talking about GameStop, blah, 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 and somehow boosted their stock based on the kind of activity and interest in GameStop. And obviously, the whole Robin Hood guys were trying to sort of like offset it and so forth because they were trying to pretty much manipulate the market. But I just think what it is that because Bernie Sanders said, oh, the way that Wall Street are operating is a disgrace. And then I responded by saying, water is wet. Have you watched a film called Wall Street? Directed by Oliver Stone, starring Charlie Sheen. They're crooked. How do you think they make all that money? And this has just exposed what people already knew about how the stock is. But it just shows you what regular people can do to try and change things and just F things up. You know, try and F up the establishments, man. So on. Prime Robin or Prime Figo? Prime Robin. Because he can win me a game. Prime Figo is a better footballer. Prime Figo can do more. Prime Figo gets like a 95% on the eye test. But a Prime Robin can win me a game. Prime Figo can't win me a game by himself. He's a great addition. By himself, he can't win me a game. Prime Robin can win. He can win me a game. You know, Prime Robin can this guy can win me a game for sure. Okay, all right. I think this is enough. I think this is enough, man. All right. So, what else, you guys? I want to take a question from someone who I've not taken a question from, man. Let me see what you guys are saying. What are you guys are saying, man? I've not seen Trading Places in ages though, but I vaguely can remember the ending. But I need to watch it again. Remember, it's with obviously those two white guys, those two old white guys, and something. But yeah, I vaguely remember, man. I vaguely remember what was happening, man. All right, let's see. Who has the score score in the eye test? Now, of all time, seriously, Ronaldinho, both Ronaldinho and R9 scored a 99% on the eye test. Neymar got a 96. So Neymar is pretty high. So Neymar got a 96. Messi got a Messi got a 94. 94. He got like 93, 99, 94. I'm not going to tell you what Cristiano got because I don't want people to attack me. So I'm not going to tell you. Marco got like an 84, I think. Marco got an 84. But yeah, the highest score in the eye test was R9 and Ronaldinho, who both got a 99% on that. So yeah. Those guys like that. Oh, Hazard got a. Hazard is actually similar to Messi. So Hazard is like that kind of 90, 93, 94 area. I said that I'm not telling you. Bolton. I think Bolton got like. I think what we're looking at like 19%, 19, 18%, you know? So, and this dude, I'm not going to tell you what Neon got on the eye test. Basically, I saw his paper. I'm never revealing what Neon got on the eye test, man. It's not happening, man. That's definitely not happening. But I wonder what's going to happen to GameStop now, because so the GameStop employees, have they now made money off of that stuff now? Are they now rich? Oh, Timo Werner. Oh, Timo Werner is a Timo Werner, I think is like a 15%, 14% on the eye test. HH, which seasons and tournaments from individuals had you in awe and you could do nothing but applaud their efforts or success? Which seasons and tournaments from individuals? There is one clear one, which is, and I need to be sure because I keep on watching because I think I've got this like saved and I keep on watching this. I think might be the 97 Copa America. Is it the 97 Copa America or the 99 Copa America? Ronaldo, and I think the 97 Copa America is insane. Like for me, I can watch that on loop. You know, like for me, so I watch Impossible Technique on loop, and Ronaldinho on loop, and what Ronaldo did at that 97 Copa America, I watched that stuff on loop, just on loop. Absolutely insane. So yeah, Ronaldo in that 97 Copa America. The most shocking goal. See, I want to say live. The most shocking goal I've seen not live is Beckham's goal against Newcastle. That's the most shocking goal I've ever seen not live. The most shocking goal I've seen live, Ronaldinho against Chelsea. Because yeah, it's both the best goal and the most shocking goal. But see, that's like the most shocking goal. But see, the Dino goal, I was shocked. It is the most amazing goal, but I remember watching it and I said, how did that go in? I was like, how did that go in? So, it might be that one, man. I'm trying to think of other shocking goals. I'm trying to think of other ones. To be honest, man, when Sergio Roberto scored that, because you always have in the back of my mind that yeah, like they'll try, but they're not gonna do it. They'll come close, but they're not gonna do it. The fact that these guys actually did that when Sergio Roberto hooked his leg and it went in. Terrible, man. Absolutely terrible, man. Um, No Country for Old Men. Pretty good film. Pretty good film. Very impressed with Josh Brolin in that. Very slow burn, but I think the way that he presented some shocking moments in the film was quite original. So I found that to be quite cool. Berserk. The thing about Naruto is Amazon doesn't have volumes 11, 12, and 13, which is pissing me off. No, sorry. They don't have 13, 14, 15. They're out of stock. So I just finished 10, 11, 12. And yeah, no, I'm really into it. Berserk, yeah, I need to hook up on Berserk again, man. Because I stopped that to do Naruto. But yeah, I'm enjoying Naruto so far, man. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's lots of fun. Dino is the closest player to Horseman status. Well, him and Lamb, I say, are the two closest players to Horseman status. For Dino, 2006. Yes, he won a World Cup in 02, but 02 was not his World Cup. His World Cup was 2006. And he failed to say what's up. And because of that, because remember, you had an amazing team, you had the best team, you had everything at your disposal for you to say what's up, and you didn't say what's up. So, for that reason, Dino, by a pubic hair, by an effing pubic hair, unfortunately, I cannot make the dude a horseman. Unfortunately, man. From Fortune Chibiri, man, thanks for the dog, man. Thanks for the dog, man. Thank you for the love, man. I so appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. HH, rank these players out of 10, eye test wise, and output stats wise. Paul Pogba, KDB, Erling Haaland, Neymar, Mo Salah, Hakim Ziyech, Jadon Sancho, and Jack Grealish. Out of 10, eye test wise and output stats wise. Okay, let me write this down because I think it's better when I write stuff down. What the fuck? So what do we have here? So we have Pogba, KDB, Haaland, Neymar, Salah, Ziyech, Sancho, Grealish. Now, since it said output, I'm going to say this is based on form. Based on form. So, I'm going to put top to bottom. You may have to start with, because Neymar gives you goals and assists. You might say Neymar, Haaland, Grealish. So remember, you said I said no, I test and output. I test and output. So sorry, no. So Neymar 1, Grealish 2, Neymar 1, Grealish 2. Pogba 3. Salah 4. But remember, this is eye test and Salah 4, Haaland 5, KDB 6, ZH 7, Sancho 8. This is tough. It's not easy because you have to now look at eye test and then we see, because what lets Haaland down a lot is the eye test. Because Haaland gets a 32% on the eye test, but he's such an amazing goal scorer. But the eye test lets him down so much. How many assists has KDB had this season? ZH, he's been injured and he's had Brexit as his manager. Salah's eye test thing ain't so great. So, yeah, that's how I'll do. That's how I'll roll. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just as of right now. So that's Neymar, Grealish, Pogba, Salah, Haaland, KDB, ZH because of Lampard, and Sancho, who's out of form. So that's my thing. No, ZH isn't last. I said Sancho is last. Sancho's last. I know it's because of freaking Lampard, man. All right, who's basically effed up the whole season. All right, so remember, this is based on form. This is not overall. It's only based on form. Only based on form. Let me see. One is a monster built through atomic weapons who has an unstoppable beam who fights other monsters, and one is an overgrown ape who got lubricated by human beings and a helicopter because it fell in love with a blonde chick. Who do you think wins? Dumbest freaking idea for a film I've ever had in my life. Kong versus Godzilla. Got it here, man. Kong versus Godzilla, man. That's wild, man. Yes, I see what's happening in the world. So I am trying to sort of gain a hold of everything that has happened. Because look, man, maybe I can put some investment. Maybe there's some money to be made in this whole market thing, man. So guys, follow me on my Instagram, man. Link is in the description box, I believe. I think it is. Is it? Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, man. So in case you haven't, follow me on Instagram. The Have Hope. Follow me on Instagram. The Have Hope. Follow me on Insta. All right, let's see. Casillas, Cafu, Nesta, Puyol, Maldini, Zidane, Pirlo, Messi, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. This is the best team in football, in my opinion. Where am I wrong? You're wrong with the keeper. You're wrong with aspects of the defense. I can give you the midfield, and I can give you the attack. But that's defense is that defense. I'm not rocking with that defense at all. I told you I'm gonna bring out my all-time team very soon. Don't worry, I think I did it because I saved it somewhere. My all-time team is coming out very soon. My all-time team is coming, and trust me, it's money. My all-time team is money. All right, guys, 6 minutes left, and then I'm out of here. 6 minutes left, and I'm out of here. Oh well, look who it is, my Niger friend, my Niger guy himself, Mr. Ben Babin, Joseph Biscan's brother himself. So, Oga Ben, it's in. Now, if Pep wins a quadruple, will you close your channel saying that you will get ripped? First thing, Ben, is focus on that first word that you wrote there. If is a funny word. First of all, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But if Pep wins the Champions League, my dear Ben, I'll give him. No, as I said, if he wins the Champions League, I'll be the first man to say, you did that. I have nothing against him not winning the CL. All I'm saying is that if you destroyed football, give me the CL without Messi. Simple. Just give me the seal without Messi, and then you. Oh yeah, take. Make una take. Make una take. I will be the first to congratulate him. Now, Messi and Cristiano winning the World Cup, that can't happen. That's just for my agenda and for my narrative. They can't win the World Cup because I need to hold on to my goats. Pep wins the CL, cool. But even if he wins the CL, it's still not as big an achievement as what Inter did or what Mourinho did with FC Porto. Until Pep wins a CL with Scunthorpe, he will always be Mourinho's little brother. Okay, Dodd. I need Dodd. Degree of difficulty. Undisputed. Cristiano got 49 on the eye test. Stepovers didn't help. Undisputed. I'm not revealing what he got on the eye test. I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, because if I reveal, people will come for me. Okay, people will come for me. So I'm not revealing what he got on the eye test. It's not happening. So guys, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left before I'm out of here. And I can go and do my thing. And I'm thinking maybe should we have a movie watch tonight? Shouldn't there be a movie watch tonight? Should there be? I might need to do another thingy, man. I think I already told you this. Nigeria against what was getting it? Nigeria against Denmark, 98. That's the last time, and I don't hope I've ever that a football match has made me cry. Was Nigeria against Denmark, and I think it was so painful that I said that I can't care this much. I still obviously care, but I said to this degree because it was unhealthy. It was bad for my health. Like I would have had like a heart attack or fainted. The amounts of emotion I had invested in the Nigerian football team. And also when you heard about their lack of preparation, their disorganization, me and my brothers just decided that, like, guys, we can't invest this much into a team that doesn't really care as much as we do. But yeah, no, that was a painful bad shot. But you better shut your mouth. Useless people. useless people, man. Useless people. Should we ever consider moving Eto or Maldini from great to legend or horseman status? Maldini or Eto can't be a horseman, so that is out of there. Legend status. Something to think about, like a World Cup isn't a requirement to become a legend, but it is needed though. It is needed, but I have to consider. I'm going to look at the whole Hall of Fame thing and sort of review it once more. Try to reveal that once more. So doing my thing, doing my thing. I was angry. I didn't cry. I was just angry, like really angry. Hence why, like when Cuadrado got sent off, let me tell you a funny story. But sorry. It's luckily now. I'm definitely not rich. I'm not financially secure, but I would say I'm somewhat stable financially. But there used to be a time when money was a bit tight for me back then, and because money was so tight, for a lot of matches, I used to watch it out of a pub, because if you go inside a pub, you have to pay, and the times where £4 for like a drink or something, for me that was a lot. So it just showed you how money was tight for me. So £3 or £4 on something, especially because I was unemployed and everything, was tough. So I used to watch football matches outside of the pubs. I remember the Italy-Germany Euro 2012, and I think this is when I was sort of between jobs. I watched it outside of the pub because I was like, if you went to the pub, I couldn't afford to buy a drink or anything by entering the pub. So I was angry. I was angry. Like I wasn't. It didn't make me cry. I was just very angry because of what it was, man. James, I'm thinking of us doing Spirited Away. Let's get a bit of anime. I've not seen it in a while, so we might get a bit of Spirited Away tonight. A bit of Spirited Away. So it depends if my homeboy wants to go down and watch it with me, man. So I will let you know on Twitter. Well, Stefan, as I say again, so this is why I said that, I am football hot is now full on 24/7 because I've got a part-time job, but that's I'm doing I'm really I want to do that more so less. So really that part-time job is just sort of rents money and just to keep me in there. But this, I think so. The members, the Patreon guys, the Super Chats guys, bro, you're making your boy eat. You are feeding your boy. So all those guys who have, invested and so for the viewers, is what you're making me a reality, man. But bro, it's been a crazy journey, man. This whole thing has been a crazy freaking journey. It's been a crazy freaking journey, man. It's just been wild, man. Because it's one of those things of where, because I told you when I started this, when I was in my, younger, I don't want to reveal my age, I was like, man, you can make freaking money off freaking YouTube. I was like, I'm going to do this whatsoever. So I remember I worked as a street fundraiser. I worked as a telemarketer. I worked inside a kilt shop. Not great, man. No, not great, but you have to get that money, man. But now, through this, man, whole channel thing, because I'm now at a time where we're now seeing a massive boom for football channels. Because remember, back in 2010, in 2010, the big thing on YouTube was movies. So movie review channels was big. Football thing, it didn't exist in 2010. It didn't freaking exist. So I was like the only guy sort of doing football reviews and talking about football stuff back in 2010. But now, bro, everybody has a football freaking channel. Everybody has a freaking football podcast. Everyone, man. So, it's yeah. Look, Splash. When I do I think hopefully on Sunday I'll do the general Q&A. So on Sunday on my other channel I'll do the general Q&A, and I will tell you more details about working in a kilt shop. Yes, a black man, a Nigerian, working at a kilt shop. So that's my thing, man. Nobody knows my age. Forget, man. Alex is fine, man. It's all cool, man. It's all cool, but I said no. It's been a hustle, You see, because people always say that, oh my gosh, you've been doing this for so long. How come we don't have as many guys in there as possible? As if that's when something is key. I'd do this for free. I'd do this for free. Hence why I've got my other jobs and other stuff out there. So it's just because it's the same thing with that my mom says to my brother. My older brother is an animator, so he's an artist. Literally, he was like a prodigy artist. So he works for a video game company. And my brother says that, man, do you know how lucky I am, bro, that this is stuff that I would do for free. So I'm literally animating video game characters and I'm getting paid for it, which is crazy. I said, I'm talking about football. Freaking foot. This is what I do. I've been watching the Champions League since I was flipping a single digit years old. 100%. I've watched every single Champions League final. I've watched every single World Cup. So this is stuff that I'd comment and do this stuff for free. So the fact that people are paying me for my views on football is insane. It's freaking insane, because if you ask just ask my friends, ask my mom about how insanely obsessed I was about football ever since I was this high. Because I remember my mom was saying that there was one time in Nigeria where this Nigerian driver, he was driving me thing like that. And then I was just talking to him about football and everything. And then my mom says the driver then told my mom that man, I've never known a guy this young who knows this much about football, you know, which is crazy. And another story as well. I remember I was in this is when I was in school in England, and me and this driver that used to work for us, me and him used to talk about football so much, blah blah, and I was just obsessed. And unfortunately, he's dead now, which is unfortunate because he was like a close friend of mine and everything. I remember like this is actually one of the things this is probably one of the most precious and best gifts anyone has given to me. I remember when I was in school in England, and it was during the Nations Cup, and this guy from Nigeria, this guy ain't rich, man. This guy ain't rich, and you know how expensive it is to send anything from Nigeria to England. And this guy sends me a calf magazine that covered the Nations Cup. And I was like, wow. I was like, bro, like this guy, you send this thing to me knowing how expensive this would be, because he just knew how much I was obsessed about football. And I was like, that's for me. Yeah, just think I'm playing now, man. Yeah, like that is actually was one of the most precious gifts anyone gave me, man. So yeah. You don't know, nobody knows my age, man. Nobody knows my age, man. So guys, man, look, I'm out and so forth, man. And if there is a viewing of something, I will tell you guys on Twitter, man. But guys, peace out. Stay true, stay real. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. Thanks a lot. Remember, guys, we're back here on Saturday for the Hangouts from 10 p.m. I'm back here on Sunday for the CL Hangouts at 10 p.m. And of course, watch for my post-match review of the Arsenal United game, post-match full-on review, Arsenal United. Peace out. Stay true, stay real, stay sexy. One love.